Hey everybody, welcome back to the MTG Rundown. I am your temporary host, Happy.
I am Nick.
And Andrew died. Sorry to break it all to you, but Andrew is dead. You'll never see him again. It was just something we had to do. It was a tough choice, but it was one we had to make. So if we could get some R.I.P. Andrews in the comments, that would be swell. No, he just has a company function that he has to attend.
He's just being, a responsible adult with being, I believe, the designated driver.
Yeah. Yep. He's actually doing good things. So lame. But good for him. Kind of light week this week. We did get some cool stuff in the way of spoilers and some, I don't know if we would call them leaks, but they're definitely like mostly hidden cards.
Yeah, I think
you could only read one of them, and the other two were mostly obscured. But if you are living under a rock, and that rock being Twitter, because it's still just slowly burning, like the California wildlife. We got some Phyrexia All Will Be One spoilers, which is they're pretty sweet. They're pretty sweet.
Yep. Yeah.
They also showed us what the new lands are gonna look like, and those are probably, I mean, they're the lands that I'm probably just gonna I'm just gonna use them. I'm just gonna use those lands, and then they've shown some cool like alternate timeline planeswalkery shenanigans type stuff.
Yes, and then I also did have one fun little statistic that got sent to me.
Oh boy!
Which it's a little cite sources, please, but also if true,
huge if true.
Yeah.
Huge if true.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we're gonna start off with some fun stuff with some spoilers. I am going to I'm gonna pick out what I thought was the most interesting card. Not my favorite card, but I thought was the most interesting reveal to lead off, and that is Koth, Fire of Resistance. 2 colorless, 2 red for a Planeswalker Koth. Comes in at 4 loyalty. And +2, search your library for a basic mountain, reveal it, put it into your hand, shuffle. -3. He deals damage equal to the number of mountains you control the target creature. And -7, you get an emblem with, whenever a mountain enters the battlefield under your control, it deals 4 damage to any target. So, Koth of the Dark Realms looks I think is pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, cool to see that he has just refused to die in the decade that we've left New Phyrexia.
Man, literally too angry to die.
Man, literally too angry to die. Very happy to see it. Also, very cool that he has I don't know. I feel like that's just not a card red usually gets.
Yeah.
Right? It usually is, sure, they'll add mana, but also they'll exile cards from the top. It's like, no, just get lands. Get lands, and then you get an emblem that says Valakut.
Oh, I might actually have to add that into my 80 mountain Ashling deck.
Yeah. Yeah. It just
yeah.
Get him high enough and then Valakut.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
I'll say the one I'm leading off with, it's not the one I'm most excited for, but the reaction that I got from it is my favorite. Slowbad Iron Goblin. 3 mana, 3/3. Tap, sack an artifact, add an amount of red equal to the sacrificed artifact's mana value. Spend this mana only to cast artifact spells or activate abilities of artifacts. Do you know who I'm going to quote when I say
go for it?
Good old Mr. Spice 8-Rack.
Oh, okay, yeah.
After this was revealed, tweeted out, I was threatened with physical violence on the picket line, and that's the second worst thing that's happened to me today. They are a great individual. Yes. I like Spice 8-Rack. Just yeah, you got your boy back. Bad news, he's a Phyrexian now.
Bad news, he's a Phyrexian, and yeah, that's very sweet. I don't know why he likes that stupid goblin,
Yeah.
but whatever. Good for them. Good for them.
Yeah.
I mean, I am going to avoid one card a little bit specifically, mostly because you all have already seen it 800,000 times, and if you follow my Tumblr, for some reason, that is the one post that I've made that's actually got literally any traction. So, thanks for the 100 notes, I guess. Tumblr, that's very weird, but sure. But I'm gonna go with Blue Sun's Twilight. This card is pretty sick. 2 blue, and X for a sorcery. It says gain control of target creature with mana value X or less. If X is 5 or more, create a token that's a copy of that creature. That's a cool thing you have. I'll take 2.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah. And it's the art is a monument to Jingataxias, who is probably like the most toxic praetor. Like, just the most unfun to see hit the board, either like on your side or on somebody else's.
Yeah. I'm going to assume by the fact that we already seen whether this is going to be the full cycle, and I'd be very annoyed if they, for some reason, just skip over 1 or 2 of the suns.
Yes, that would be very, very annoying. Yep. Just give me all 5 suns.
Yep. This one's a reprint.
Yeah, but it's tight.
Yeah,
it's tight.
It's Phyrexian Obliterator.
Yeah. It deserved it.
Yeah,
it deserved it. New art is sweet. There is like a very like sketchy alt art of it. I can't remember who did it.
Let's see if I can find it. It is done by, I cannot pronounce his name. It's one of the Japanese artists.
Gotcha. Yeah. But like that art is like absolutely bonkers. The last. Oh, okay. I guess I'll do. All right. So there are 2 cards left. It's a pretty short spoiler, because they just announced like that. It was basically just like a little preview. I'll do one more. Jor Kadeen, first Gold Warden for Boros color, so just a red and a white, 2/2 human rebel, trample. Whenever Jor Kadeen, first Gold Warden attacks, it gets +X until end of turn, where X is the number of equipped creatures you control. If Jor Kadeen's power is 4 or greater, draw a card. Very standard Boros equipment, but like at least it says draw a card on it. Thank God.
Yeah.
Pretty boring, but it is cool to see that again. Somehow, man too angry to die.
I do like, at least in his case, he's put something on everyone rather than the traditional Boros just Voltron it up and go crazy.
Yeah. Which is nice.
Mm-hmm. And then the last one, it's Elish Norn.
It's Elish
Norn.
It's Elish Norn.
Yeah.
Panharmonicon.
And Torpor Orb.
And Torpor Orb.
Panharmonicon and Torpor Orb, yeah.
Yep. So, yeah. Go just read her. Just give her the once over,
There we go. My page wants to load fast. There we go. 4 and a white for a 4/7 vigilance. If a permanent entering the battlefield causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers 1 additional time.
Yep.
Permanents entering the battlefield don't cause abilities of permanents your opponents control to trigger.
Yep. Again, she's just oppressive and evil, and I love her, quite frankly. All hail the mother of machines.
And I'm just sitting here like, oh boy, as if Mono Black wasn't toxic enough in Standard already.
Yeah.
Phyrexian Obliterator.
I'm just gonna it's a 5/5 for 4 with trample. Also, good luck killing it.
Thank you to whoever designed this card back in New Phyrexia and went, you know what? It should have trample.
Yeah, it should have trample. Just because, like... And then they did... So the art treatments for the new... They are printing the whole new Praetor cycle. But they're using the concept art from the new Phyrexia. So it's all the those arts, which is also how I learned that Elish Norn is the tallest of all of them.
Oh yeah, she's massive.
Yeah, I did not realize she's like 16 feet tall or whatever. Because you see Vorinclex and it's like, oh okay, that guy's the biggest, and then it's Elish Norn.
Nope,
absolutely giant. But yeah, that's all that's all the official spoilers.
Mhm.
The other 3 cards are kind of, we know they exist, but we're not exactly sure what they do. So during the reveal, they announced that they're going to be printing 10 Planeswalkers in this set. 10, which is absurd. Koth is a rare, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that, but Koth is a rare, which is really cool that he's that strong and is a rare Planeswalker. Anyway, but they said that 5 of the Planeswalkers were going to be Phyrexianized and evil, and 5 of them were going to not be. They showed us 3 of the Phyrexianized Planeswalkers. Jace, Vraska, and Nissa are the Phyrexianized Planeswalkers that we have been shown. We have only been able to, the only abilities we can like glean are Nissa's, and it's pretty standard big green ramp stuff.
There, I'll pull up real fast.
Yeah.
By the way, she's 3 green, and then 2, and then double Phyrexian green.
Yeah.
She big.
She chonky.
+1, create an XX green Phyrexian horror token where X is her loyalty. -1 is naturalize, and then her final minus, we don't see the number on because it's covered by the person's thumb, but until end of turn, creatures you control get +1/+1 for each forest you control, and it's presumably and gain trample, because we can read gain trample at the end of it.
And gain trample. She drops at 7. So at the very least, she's real big, drops at 7, +1, you make an 8/8 giant dude.
Like, or what, you pay 5 and 4 life to make a 6/6, I think?
Yeah. Like, she's pretty cool as far as Nisses go.
Yeah.
Although I just want her dead. Yeah. All she does is screw things up in the lore. Like, that's it.
Yep.
That's all she does. Is just awaken the Eldrazi like 3 times.
Someone did raise the popular theory that this set we're going to have 5 completed, and the next set's going to be like the other half of the timeline, because currently Teferi is stuck in the time stream, making everything worse. So we're going to get like the other alternate timeline where like the other 5 complete, and then like the final Phyrexian set will be him either trying to fix it and bring everyone back, or having to pick like which one gets to happen.
Let Jace die.
Please.
I am tired of that twink stealing my bitches. All right? I will fight you, Jace. Just because you got muscles in Ixalan doesn't mean that I think they're still there, okay, buddy?
I mean, yeah, all you have to do is look at his Zendikar Rising artwork to determine
Yeah, and he's back to twink mode.
Well, again, speaking of people on the internet, someone pointed out that if Jace does stay completed, he's the dude who like knows what happened to Bolus and like what happened to like Emrakul and shit. It's like maybe they shouldn't give all this important knowledge to a single person.
Wow, while that it's not actually Liliana that's the biggest threat to the Gatewatch, it's Jace. I do whatever I want, Bellerin.
That was like,
hate that guy.
I'm also wondering, are we going to get like a completed white and red Planeswalker to have like the full like Wooburg cycle on each side, or is it just going to be like, now we're just going to complete like all the blue ones because fuck them?
That's a great question.
Yeah. Because it'd be what? It'd be either.
I would like to see Nahiri. I would like to see Nahiri completed.
Yeah. I think I'd probably take Nahiri out at this point, and then what do you think for red? Who would we getting? Chandra or what? Koth? Fuck.
It can't be Koth.
Yeah, so
it'd be Chandra.
Rip Chandra.
Rip Chandra. I'm cool with that.
Yeah,
I'm cool with them like axing all of like the old OG crew.
It would be a good way for them just to like reset the story, give us some new main characters. Yeah,
and then just like we have like Koth and wait a minute, hold on. Oh no, they would complete Elspeth.
Oh yeah, true.
They would complete Elspeth. They would absolutely do Elspeth. Ah, damn, I don't like that. I like Elspeth. Oh well. Yeah. It's a shame.
Yeah, darn.
Darn. I guess we'll have to live with the crazy psycho core lady. I guess.
We not.
I know. My boy Soren has been through enough, all right? He doesn't need her gunning for him anymore, okay? Listen, he didn't know you were in the Hell Vault. He would have helped you if he did.
We're just gonna get like a cameo of Soren in the background, just like sipping a cup of tea while Elspeth gets turned into a robot.
Yeah, just like I mean, that boy, he's done. He's so done. Like, fine, if you don't want me to, if everything I do just like ends up being trash, like, fine, I'll just sit here, I'll drink my wine, and I'll enjoy this wedding. Fine. Eat all the humans. See how that works out for you, you fucking idiots.
He needs a fucking vacation.
He does. He does. Man goes to Zendikar just to like chill out, find his old pal Ugin, and oops, someone released all the Eldrazi.
Oh, that poor man. Just give us like Soren like on like just a tropical beach with a straw in someone's neck.
Yep, just you know, slugging down some local, just like, you know, hanging out. SPF 3000 so he doesn't immediately burst into flames.
All right, I guess I'll move on to the lovely little statistic that was sent to me. That in 2022, 10,498 card variations were printed, 14.7% of all cards in Magic's history. 425 new commanders were debuted, which is 25% of the total legendary creatures, or 1.16 per day on average. And approximately 18% of all words in rules text were printed in 2022.
I would love to see those sources.
Yeah.
But from the incredible amount of fatigue I've felt with Magic the Gathering, it would not shock me.
I was like, I can kind of believe the card variation thing only
I
because
can believe the card variation thing, for sure.
Commanders seem a little high, but again, they have been printing a lot of legendary creatures.
Yeah.
So it's like, but mostly the 18% of all words in rules text. Like, how exactly are you quantifying that number?
Yeah, I mean, because if we're gonna go with Oracle text, then like even then, I don't know, because some of those old cards, even with Oracle text, do not get less wordy. Yeah. Animate Dead does not get less wordy when they update its rules text. It's still just like this brick of an uncommon. You know,
it's also like, are they counting like just new printed cards, or is this also like, oh hey, they reprinted this card and updated all of its text to now reflect like Oracle changes? Like, that's where I'm like,
Yeah, because I think it would be interesting to know how they came to those numbers. Yeah. But yeah, I do feel like either way, I feel like too much Magic has been printed, and I have had to absorb too much of it.
Yeah, I do miss the days of like, hey, what's the rules text? Like, oh yeah, it's this now. It's like, I'm gonna have to look that up because it is a paragraph long.
Yeah,
and sounds like an essay that I wrote when I was in college trying to like pass an English 102 course.
Yeah. You know what? We can print Omnath. We can print 4-color Omnath textless. We can do that. It's fine. Everybody just knows what he does.
Yep. Or like, hey, what was the multiple times been like, hey, so I have 4 lands entering the battlefield simultaneously. I'm like, oh boy,
great. Yeah.
Please, Wizards, have mercy upon us.
Yeah, I wanna not like read a card and fall asleep halfway through because it reads like the fucking because it reads like a classic like historical novel. Please. I don't. This shouldn't read like For Whom the Bell Tolls. All right, God.
Or like, if you want to print cards with all these crazy powerful abilities, just format them so like people can just read the card and parse it out. Like,
yeah,
I've had 2 or 3 judge calls now during like FNMs where it's the Midnight Hunt, where it's like the ETB, you may pay this any number of times if you do this, then do this.
Yeah,
it's like, what happens if like this enters, then my opponent like casts a removal spell, and this is like, So it's gonna enter. You get the option to pay. It's like
Yeah,
yeah.
so it enters the battlefield effect goes on the stack. It's a whole thing. I don't want to think about it.
Because like it's like yes, technically your opponent can wait to see if you're gonna pay it, or you can wait to see if your opponent responds to it. Trigger like
Yeah.
it. Just do the thing. Just do the thing, please.
Yeah. Like in theory, yeah, it's a great way to like, it adds an extra layer of like mind games you can play with your opponent. Great. In practice, God, dude, a 12-year-old is gonna play this game, man. Like, come on. I'm not saying 12-year-olds like can't be smart. I'm not saying they can't figure things out on their own, but also, this is confusing for me, and I'm a 23-year-old man who's been playing this game since he was 7 years old. Okay, like, it's complex.
I remember when like the worst thing was just like type changing layers and things like that. Now it's like, oh yeah, sorry, there's no actual simple way to describe what this card does.
Yep.
Bring back the days of what happens if like you have an opalescence and a chameleon entering the battlefield simultaneously. No more of this. When this creature enters, you may pay this amount, then do this effect. If this effect triggers, then they do this effect. But in response, you're like, stop it, stop. Simplify your damn magic cards,
please. I beg of you.
Look, I get that y'all want to push everyone to Arena, and that way you can just keep editing cards as need be if you think they're getting too good, and we get to play Hearthstone 2.0. But some of us do like physical Magic.
Yeah. And speaking of fun, generally easy to understand card games, Flesh and Blood is real good.
Yeah.
Last week, on Saturday after work, Andrew and Andrew's spouse and a few other people from work, and actually we got one of the regulars.
Yeah.
Well, I guess convincing Mike isn't exactly the hardest thing to do.
Yeah, you just kind of like look at this thing and then
Yeah. He's a goblin, a lovable goblin. Yeah, we played Flesh and Blood for like 3 hours straight on Saturday. It was really fun. Had a great time.
I've watched one like learn to play Flesh and Blood video and I zoned out because apparently I picked the guy that has the most monotone voice possible.
Nice. I just watched the professor's video and it was.
I should have done that.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it's like 14 minutes long.
Okay.
Real easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also convinced Kevin
Kevin
Sparks
very nice,
to
good.
get into it. Yeah. So
No. I clicked on it. I was like, how to learn to play Flesh and Blood in 10 minutes or less. Like, it's like watch the video and I'm like, hello, welcome to how to play Flesh and Blood in 10 minutes or less. Today, YouTuber named so and so will be teaching you how to play Flesh and Blood in 10. I'm like, no. No.
Yeah. It just like does the whole thing in an ASMR voice. It's like, I don't want to dissociate, okay? I'm trying to learn.
I'm trying to learn how to play a new TCG, not go to bed.
Yes, yeah, exactly. But yeah, I thought the professor's video was actually pretty good.
I'll have to watch that one then.
Yeah.
And that has been a blessedly quiet week on Magic Twitter. I haven't had to deal with anyone having terrible takes.
Yeah, I mean, I just saw someone post the original op art like on top of the Shieldred. But that was about it. That was about as spicy as the takes got. Like,
I've mostly just been loving it's mostly just been like a handful of people complaining about judging, and it's like, y'all shut up. Just give it up already.
yeah, I'm gonna be real. If you're not doing it, if you haven't judged an event, don't speak to it because you don't know what these poor people have to go through.
I did enjoy that. Recently, Judge Academy has changed it so that they have a yearly $200 fee now, I believe. So somebody referred to judging as an elitist activity that people can't afford. I'm like, what?
Oh, buddy. I got a question for you. Do you pay for Amazon Prime? Because if so, I don't want to fucking hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear a goddamn word.
It's also like, yes, like Judge Academy now does charge you to remain certified through them for judging, but like all the judges that got it before that are grandfathered and we don't have to care about it. And also, like, you can take all their courses for free. It's just getting finalized
certification.
certification.
Yeah.
Like,
and also, every single promo that they like every single judge promo that they send you, like as part of that $200, you could just sell for more than $200.
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel a huge amount of like I guess sure $200 is a bit steep, but like an elitist exclusionary activity.
Yeah.
Sure, Jan.
Which
Sure.
Have you seen what the latest judge promos showed off have been?
I have not.
We are getting Painter Servant, which thank God
Whoa.
for that.
Wow. Okay.
The second one, they haven't given us the name of it yet, but is the art? It is an artwork of a person's face being pushed into a grindstone. So,
Oh, I wonder.
Yep.
Wow, that's really cool. That's really good, actually. Those two cards
Yep.
desperately need reprints.
so happy. I'm like, oh yes, please give me Judge Promo Painter combo.
Yeah, that would be sick.
Like I really need Andrew and I really need to like poke our local judges and be like, yo, let's get some judge conferences up and running again because we want the promos and also like they are fun.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's a bunch of weird rules stuff, but when you get a room full of like 20 judges just doing chaotic shit
Yeah.
for a couple of hours, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Just like, I wonder how I can break this game in half.
Yep.
Like so.
There's a judge conference at my former store, and they're like, yeah, we were doing our thing, blah blah. We're doing the game where just everyone gets like a different way. They have to like mess with the game state or like perform a violation or like behavior thing or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And somebody got be excessively disruptive. So what they would do is they would get up, walk over, and start telling people what cards they had in their hand. so my friend sent me a video. He's recording this guy walking around and goes, oh man, is that a lightning bolt? Yeah, if you point it at his creature, you can probably win the game. And the poor guy who's supposed to like stop there is like, how do I do this one? Like he's moving faster than me.
Wait a minute. Stop. No. Just like just two people just dead sprinting as he's just like grabbing cards out of people's
He was like
hands.
power walking around, like picking things up, taking cards. Like
That's so
yeah,
good.
Block here.
That's so good. That's so good.
You really like whenever you get those, you just have to have fun with it. Like just
Yeah.
run with it. Like who cares? It's a judge conference. You're here to like mess
Yeah.
with your fellow judges.
No one gives a shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
I miss those, and now I can get some good promos again.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I thought the Eminence Commander promos
Yes.
were sweet.
Mhm.
Of course, they made an Edgar Markov art that I like more than the original, and I will just never see it. But you know, it's
Yeah,
fine.
no, if you just have to make a deal with several devils.
Yeah, but I've already done. Like, I'm already a few. I mean, my soul has been sold. You know,
That's
6
fair.
ways from Sunday, man. Like, it's. You ever had a taken out a second mortgage on your own soul? It's rough.
No, I don't have good enough credit for a first mortgage. Millennial problems.
Yeah.
Oh, well, and there's the crushing dread of reality.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, it happens.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I guess on that note.
Yeah. I got
Yeah.
nothing else. Sorry for a bit of a short one. We should have a gameplay video coming out. I mean, it should have come out yesterday. But I think that's gonna be it for us.
Yeah.
I have been happy,
I'm Nick.
and we'll see you next time on the MTG Rundown. A later, skaters.